And for more insight, right here in our studio, we're joined by Mr. Jia Xiudong, a Senior Research Fellow from the China Institute of International Studies. Thank you, Mr. Jia, for being with us today. Now, let's take a look. What do you think of Abe's Diaoyu Islands resolution, and what is his purpose here?
There has been no public Japanese official confirmation of the report about Japan's proposed framework to Beijing on the question of Diaoyu Islands. We know that because of the provocative move taken by the LDP government of Japan over the past years, the bilateral relationship has come to a historical low. And for China, China's position on this is very clear, actually very simple. That is, Japanese should recognize that there is a dispute on the Diaoyu Islands, and also acknowledge that we have a consensus between the two sides since 1970s that we should shelve the differences so that we can focus on cooperation in other areas. But so far, there has been no clear indication that the Abe cabinet will acknowledge that. If, of course, so far the language provided by the report seems to be very vague on the question of Diaoyu Islands. It just simply says that express Japan's position on it, and it's very vague reference to a dispute existing on the question of Diaoyu Islands. So for China, I think that the Japanese government should make very clear that there is indeed a kind of dispute. So let's shelve the difference so that we can focus on areas of cooperation, cooperation on areas of major concern and interest to the two sides. So if the report is true, it is a very small step towards the request by China. But for the Chinese side, certainly it hopes to see concrete action and clear statement on this, internal or publicly, on the question of Diaoyu Islands.
Mr. Jia, now here's the dichotomy. Here, on one hand, Japan seemed to indicate a warming up of the bilateral relationship, certainly a focus, and bring about this resolution, even though vaguely phrased. Then, on the other hand, these government officials are visiting the Yasukuni war shrine, which we all know is a sticking point between the two relations.
We know that Prime Minister Mr. Abe's visit to the Yasukuni shrine last December sent China-Japan relationship to a new low. And also quite a number of Japanese lawmakers have continued visiting the shrine. Now this time, about 110 lawmakers again visited the Yasukuni shrine, which honors the Class A war criminals from World War II. And this again will make people question the Japan's expressed willingness to improve relations with its neighbors, including China. Although Prime Minister Abe did not visit the shrine this time, he is actually in Milan for the Asia-Europe meeting. He sent his offering to the shrine. So the question is, there's no sincerity seen so far on Japan's remorse over its aggression, a history of aggression. So still there is kind of obstacle because of the attitudes of Prime Minister Abe and Japanese politicians on the question of its history. And we see there is a kind of ironic situation here. That is, Abe has visited more than 50 countries since he took office, but he does not have kind of improved relations with any of his neighbors, including China, South Korea, North Korea, and Russia. So there is a long way to go for him to improve relations. So before that, he has to take concrete and substantial actions on the question of on the issue of history and issue of Diaoyu Islands.